It's the 10th of March. This is Rabbi Furst, Pierke Avos, Esther.
Okay, thank you. As Lou mentioned, this is Rabbi Shlomo Furst here at the Samanavshi. Zoom. Our first year, we're learning currently the second parak in Megillas Esther. Let's pick up where we left off. Let's see. I think that was which pasuk. Let me take a look. Can anyone mark it down where we left off exactly?
Let's see. I have Perik Bet Ted Vav, maybe.
Yeah, I have Tet Vav also.
Okay, very good. So let's, without any further ado, let's begin. Yeah. Who would like to read? Any volunteers?
I do. Okay, Tet Vav 15. Uvahagia Tor Esther Bas Abichail Dod Mordechai Asher Lakach Lo Levas Lavo El Hamelech Lo Vik Shah Davar Ki Im Es Asher Yomar Hagai Saris Hamelech Samer Hanashim Vatehi Esther no seis Chain Beinei Kol Roeha. Then came the turn of Esther, the daughter of Abichail, the uncle of Mordechai, that took her to him for a daughter. He took Esther to him for a daughter. When she was come to the king, she did not request a thing because anything that was said by Haggai, the minister of the king, who was in charge of the women, and Esther was pleasing to all who saw her. So she didn't ask for anything other than what was suggested by Haggai.
Right.
Okay, so back to our document.
Right.
Uvahagia Tor Esther, came the turn of Esther. Lo vaksha davar kederech kol hanashim. She didn't request anything like the way of the women. Shahayu mivak shos mi umi yavo imahen. That they would request this and this to go with them. Vahayu mivak shos ma lavush uma chachshis nasan lahem. And it would be that she would request, what is lavush?
Meaning some would ask for Levush's clothes,
Some of the
takshits,
clothes,
jewelry.
some for jewelry, to to be given to them. Vizos Esther lo vaksha davar. And this Esther did not request anything. He im es asher yomar Haggai saris hamelech. Except that which was given to her by Haggai, the minister of the king. Vatahi Esther no shas chen, and it was that Esther found grace. Amarev Elazar Milamed Shekol achas nidamasa lo keom so. And it was said by Elazar, Rabbi Elazar, to teach that everything, each and everything, I don't know what nidamasa is.
The shakol echad achas b'achas, each. I think this is each and every person. Nidmasa loy kamosa. Each and every person saw something in her about themselves. I think that's something like that. Nidmasa, it seemed lo kamosa, seemed to him like himself.
Rabbi Nachamai Omer Midos
Midios from Midian, Mikan, Parsios Mikan, and those from Parsi.
Those from Midian and those from Persia, and Esther be'amtza be'haisa yafeh micholan. People from Media and Persia,
I have to call you back in a little while.
and Esther were together and beautiful.
Right. So you have here in the Reb Nechemia Omer Midias Mikan and Persia. Those from Midian were over here, and those from Persia over here. Esther Bems, and Esther was in the middle, and she was Haisim Mikula. She Yafa Mikula. She was more beautiful than all of them.
Rabbi Levi Omer, Chut Shel Chesed Meshoch Aleha. Rabbi Levi says, what is Chut?
Chut is literally a string of chesed.
A string of Chesed came from her?
No, this is an expression. Chut shel chesed moshech aleha. Like literally, it means a thread of mercy was spread out upon her.
K'inyan Shenamar B'Yosef Hatzadik the Yat Alav Chesed Vayitain Chanu. Like this, the subject that is stated about Yosef Hatzadik. What is Yat?
This is a pasuk in Bereshis. Let's take a look. Let's look it up.
Reishish Lamed.
Lamed Tes Chaf Aleph.
See.
Okay, let's see. Chaf Aleph.
Hashem was with Yosef. Ah. Very good. Wow.
Hashem was with Yosef, and he endowed him with appeal. So Yat must be appeal. Oh no, it means to endow.
Right. Yeah, the chesed is like mercy. What they're saying is appeal.
Okay. Back to the Megillah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. But V'ti lakach Esther El Hamelech Achashverosh El Beis Malchuso B'chodesh Ha'asiri Hu Chodesh Teves Bishnas Sheva the Malchuso. And Esther was taken to King Achashverosh to the house of the king in the 10th month. It is the month of Teves in the 7th year of his reign. So 4 years after the party.
Yes, so right. Right. That was 4 years. So it took 4 years to find a new queen. Right.
All right, back to our document.
Excuse me?
Back to our document.
Yeah, that's right.
V'tilkach Esther El Beis Hamelech. Esther was taken to the house of the king. Amarav Chizda Chadash Shehaguf Na Min Haguf. Rav Chizda says Shehaguf, that the body.
Right. It was Tavis is one of the winter months. right? So that was done. That was part of the hashgacha here, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu made it that Esther's um turn came in a winter month rather than a summer month, because it would be more pleasant that they would be there in the winter months, that they would, as it says, the goofs are benefit from each other. They get more pleasure from the heat in the wintertime rather than the summertime. So that was to Esther's advantage. The girls that had to go in the summertime, they were at a disadvantage because they didn't have air conditioning in those days.
Right,
So it was, you know, get all sweaty and all that, not so nice.
right. But he, Esther, no, nos as chen. And Esther found grace. Amar Reb Elazar, Milamed Shechol Echad ve'Echad.
I think you read that before, no?
Oh,
You
I'm all
you
right.
jumped,
Oh,
you
yeah,
jumped,
sorry,
you jumped
I
up.
switched to the wrong line. Amar Rav Chisda, I would just read that.
Yo,
Yareach, Shabo Samcha, Melech Bavel, Al Yerushalayim. And furthermore, what's Yarach?
Oh, Yoreach Sheba Samach. This is I think a pasuk. This is I think he's bringing a proof that this, we know that it was in Teves. It says in Teves, Va'od Yereach Sheba. It was also the month Sheba Samach Melech Babel Yerushalayim, that the Melech, the king of Babel, came and started his siege neged the Yerushalayim. So okay, then it brings a pasuk. Yom Sheba.
So this is hearkening back to Nebuchadnezzar.
You're right. Okay, that's good. Let's go back to the pasuk. Let's go back to the Megillah.
that's
Right.
Ye'achav Hamelech Esther Michol Hanashim Vatista Chain Vachesed Levanav Michol Habitulos Vayasem Teter Machus Barosha Vayam Lichecha Tachas Vashti. And the king loved Esther more than all the other women, and she pleased and attracted him more than all the Betulimas, young girls,
Right. That's good.
and all the young girls. And he put the crown on her head, and she was queen instead of Vashti. Okay, so that is 17.
I've got a note here. that when we did this once before, that Vayam Lichacha is ruled rather than just replacing Vashti.
Mhm.
It's
Okay,
any posset 2-4. But yeah, she wasn't just a replacement. She was an active royal queen.
okay. Very good.
The purpose of it, of this search.
Excuse me, what was the last thing you said, Roy?
This was the purpose of the search.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Okay, so back to our document.
Hmm.
Vayahav Hamelech Esther. The king loved Esther. Amarav Chelbo Melamed Sha'af HaNishoros HaBeu Lefanav V'sham Pasav Malchus Barosha. So Rav Helbo said this is to teach that even I don't know what Hanish O Yost is.
Even married women were brought to Achashverosh, because it said Mikol Nashim. It's right. It said so. Mikol Nashim, and also Mikol Basulos. It mentions twice. If you look at the pasuk, right, it says the pasuk again. V'yayev Hamelech es Esther Mikol Nashim, from all the women. V'tisha Chen v'Chesed Lefana Mikol Basulos. Mentions the women twice. One women, that's what the Midrash is saying here, the married women.
Oi,
So you see that Ahasuerus was even interested. The women catchers were out for any good-looking woman.
right. No woman was safe.
That's right. I mean, quite a time there in Shushan, yeah.
Yeah. Amarav Levi, Ikonin, Sel Vashti, Hayalo, Le'achashverosh al Pamto, Matto. Rav Levi, what is ikonos? Ikonin?
That Iconian Shel Vashti Hayaloi. I think it was like a statue, if I'm not mistaken. Some kind of statue, some kind of image of Vashti. He had Ahasuerus on his bed.
On his bed. Uke she anshim nich nasos haya misas cho ve'ikonin shel Vashti velo haya kamo Vashti. It wasn't like Vashti.
So when the various women would come in, Ahasuerus would look at the statue of Vashti and compare this woman with Vashti to see if she was comparable.
Ukishak Nichnas Esther Hasir Ikonin Shel Vashti V'Sayer Ekonin Shel Esther. And
So
when
when-
Esther entered, what is Hasir?
He took down the statue of Vashti.
Took down the statue of Vashti, and he put up a statue of Esther?
Right.
Wow. That's pretty amazing. Okay, back to the Megillah. Vayas Hamelech Mishteh Gadol L'chol Sarav Vadav Es Mishteh Esther Vahanacha Lamedinos Asa Vayitain Mas Es Kiyad Hamelech. And the king made a great feast for all the nobles and servants. Esther's feast. And he made a tax holiday for all the lands and distributed gifts befitting a king. Okay, so 18. Yudchet. Va'asa Hamelech Mishte Gadol. The king made a great feast. Shahak Kenisi the chuppah. When he entered the chuppah,
Right. When he married Esther.
Havdil. V'hanicha Madinos Asa. And the government rested.
Yeah, I know. He gave her. He relaxed. He relaxed the for the kingdoms. That is, it says he killed him mamas. He gave them a tax holiday.
Ah, he gave them some relief.
Right.
Vayitain Mishas Kiyad Hamelech. And he gave from the time of the hand of the king.
Well, it was. It was. Well, that was the pasuk, right? That was the pasuk. V'yitain beis kiyad melech. What does that mean? It was given. It was given from that of the hand of the king.
Elu Menoach Ume Nechos Shenatan Lachem Lachol Ha Asarim. This is the contentment that was experienced by all of the ministers.
Elu monos umatonos. These were the the gifts and the other monos, like usually from food. He gave food and gifts to the ministers.
So happy times. Back to the Megillah.
Right. Very good.
Uve hikaveis v'sulos she'nis v'Mordechai yashev v'shar hamelech ein Esther mi Magedes Moladita V'es Ama Kasher Tiva Aleha Mordechai V'es Ma'amar Mordechai Esther Osa Kasher Haisa V'amna Ito. Let's see, and when the girls were gathered a second time, Mordechai was sitting in the king's gate. And Esther had not said anything about her birthplace or people, as Mordecai had commanded her. Esther did as Mordecai commanded. This is when she was under his care. Okay, so 19. Uvehaka Vates Beto Besulos Nashim. I gathered the girls a second time. V'achar she'nis kavtu habitsulos Beroshona Vinish As Esther Lamelech. After they gathered the girls the first time, what is this word nashos? Nashas?
No, so she Esther was married to the king.
Married.
See, there's a question. There's a question. He married Esther, fine. So what's he bringing more women into the picture here?
Right.
He wants to make sure he made the right decision.
He was getting used to having these girls come to his bedroom every night. He didn't want to give up on that.
All right, let's see what the measures will tell us a little bit of information about this.
Ibsan owed the Hagid Kol echad achas v'achas moldata v'ima. What is son?
That keeps them. They gathered. Oh, they gathered they gathered them again.
Gather them again. Tell each and every one her birthplace and her nation. Oh, so they said, okay, everybody, you'll go around the room. Everybody tell your birthplace and your nation, figuring when they got to Esther, she'd have to cooperate.
You know, I'm not sure if this is a new collection of women, or from the women they had been collected already, and now called them in a second time, and this time that to tell them their place of birth. I'm not sure if these were new women or these were the old women that had to now tell where they came from.
In my footnote here it says, and when the maidens were gathered together a second time.
Meaning the ones that had been there before.
Yes.
Right. Okay, very good.
Oh, yes, the translation is that too. In it, translate second.
Right. Okay, very good.
Mordecai Yosef B'Shar Hamelech. Mordecai sat in the gate of the king. Ma inyan zeh etzel zeh. What is the subject of this by this?
So, yeah, my union is it. What's the connection between the fact that the women are gathered a second time and Mordecai was sitting in the Shar of the Melech? Well, I mean, what does the pasuk have to mention both at the same time for?
Rabbi Shimon Omer Bisham Rabbi Yehoshua ben Levi Milamed Shehaya Achashverosh Shoel LeEsther Bas Mi As. Rabbi Shimon says, in the name of Rabbi Yehoshua ben Levi, son of Levi, it's to teach that Achashverosh asked Esther, whose daughter are you? V'hi Omeris lo ben mi ata. And she said, I'm not the son of anybody.
No, but
Can't be the done, it's the
Rabbi
daughter.
Yeshua ben Levi Malamed, he learns that Achashverosh Shoel as sister. Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi learns that or teaches that Achashverosh asked Esther, Bas Miat, who are you the daughter of? V'hi Omrat Loy, and she said to him, Ben Miata, the son of who are you?
Oh, son of who are you? That's a bit of a chutzpah.
Could be.
V'hu Omer La Ani Melech ben Melech. He said to her, I am the king, the son of a king. V'hi Omeris Lo Ani Malka ben Melech. She said to him, I am the queen, the daughter of a king. Uma Iza Omer Amra Lo Mitoch Devara the beer ich the barich ha haregas es vashti v'ata marbe devarim today limtzo bi alila. Okay, you're gonna have to help me with this sentence.
So it said, so he Omer, Esther said back to Achashverosh, Ani Malka Bas Melech. I'm a queen, the son of a king, the daughter of a king. Eza Omra. So now Achashverosh said, okay, so which nation are you from? Amralo. So she Esther said back to Achashverosh, Metok Divrecha Barates Vashti. Meaning because of your words, you killed Vashti. Ve'ata mar b'devarim k'dei limso bi alila, and you're trying to get me involved with talking to you a lot in order you should find some charge against me. Lo hayim malachim also came. Kings don't do that kind of thing.
So hooray, Nivoch de Nebuchadnezzar Haya Mechanis Daniel Lifanav. And we see that with Nebuchadnezzar, Danielle came before him.
Yeah, right. I'm not sure what the bring this as a proof.
Right. Shne'emar Adayin Aryoch V'Naal Hanaal LeDaniel. As it says, still, what is this? Aryoch?
Yeah,
That's the name of the king, I think, or the name of someone.
I think so. Yeah, we can look it up if you want.
I have the pasuk here if you want to.
Oh, yeah, sure. Please go ahead, man.
Okay, then it says, then Arioch brought Daniel before the king in haste and said thus to him, I have found a man from the exiles of Judah who will make known the interpretation to the king. Oh, that's like Yosef. Huh.
Right. That was a reference to Daniel, right?
That was
That's
a reference to the writing on the wall.
That's right. I believe so, right? Or the dream of writing on the wall, right?
The Shatzar Chafib Bey Ba'adayan Daniel Ha'al Kodem Malacha. Another verse. You want to read this verse, Meir?
Okay, what's the number?
This is
Hey,
in
Yud Gimel.
Parak Yud
Hey,
Gimel.
hey, Yud Gimel. Okay, 1 second. Hey, that's 13. Okay. It says, then Daniel was brought before the king. The king exclaimed to Daniel, you are Daniel from among the exiles of Judah, whom the king my father brought from Judah.
Right. So I believe that Esther's bringing these as proofs that the kings, when they wanted to find things out, they would go to the Jewish sages. Ve'ata, now she says, Va'ata einata mevakesh min chachmi Israel. You Achashverosh, are not asking of the Jewish sages.
Ah, Chachmei Yisrael. Amar la miyesh mizraim ba'olam. He said to her, what's Mizraim?
Yesh Mizraim ba'olam. He said to her, Yesh Mizraim ba'olam. I'm not exactly sure. What did he say to her? Yesh Mizraim ba'olam. Okay, fine. So he asked, Achashverosh asked Esther, is there someone from their their offspring? Is there anyone there? Is anyone around from Jewish lineage? Is anyone from Jewish lineage around?
And she said back to him, Mordechai. You can ask Mordechai.
Right.
V'chach kasiv u'Mordechai Yoshev b'shar hamelech. And that's why it tells us that he was sitting in the gate.
Right. So that's the answer to the question. What are these two things doing in the same pasuk?
Right. Mitoch she'ein Esther migdas moladata be'es ama ba'o elav hadivarim. And mitoch is within.
Because in this case it means
Because Esther did not tell her birthplace and her people, it came upon her all these things.
right. And the fact that Mordecai gained entrance into the court of the king because of the fact that Esther did not reveal her lineage. Okay, very good. All right, maybe let's stop here at this pasuk. That brings us to pasuk Chaf, right?
Yeah.
Okay, very good, Lou. Thank you very much.
Yes, Shekayach. Very good.
Thank you.
Well, Roy, hope to see you tomorrow. Have a good afternoon.
You too, be well.
Right. Hope to see you. We'll start the Mr. Brashir shortly, Mitzvah Shem.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
See you soon. Thank you. Be well.